You can get not even rich, wealthy, doing a 9 to 5.
In Nigeria.
In Nigeria. Yes, you can. But I think the biggest problem of being an entrepreneur and then you're employing people is that it is very difficult to manage people. That's the reason why you even have to employ people that will manage people. The issue we're having in this present time is that the title CEO, everybody is putting it or adding it to their name.
Yes.
But the work that a CEO should do, they're not really doing it optimally.
An electric train is traveling north at 60 miles per hour. The wind is blowing south at 20 miles per hour. Which way is the smoke blowing?
Going up.
It's an electric train.
Oh, yeah. How will an electric train no smoke? Come
Okay,
on.
so when you said the train,
Yeah.
supposed to have
It's
smoke.
an electric.
Supposed to have smoke.
Yes.
I studied computer science in school.
Okay.
And I'm sorry to say, Unizik, when I was done from Unizik, I didn't even know how to efficiently on a system.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens. Just so you know, it's Big Frank on Liberators Network, where minds are set free, voices are amplified, and ideas spark real world impact. And today I'm bringing you to the businessman's business world. I'm here with my co-host, the
Businessman.
businessman.
No.
Yeah, he brought his colleague because we brought another businessman to the building. I have with me Mr. Dave Peters. He is a full stack developer. He's both an entrepreneur and a corporate job staff. A corporate staff. Yes, a corporate staff. So, sir, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well.
Welcome. It's good to have you in the studio.
you very much.
You're very soft-spoken and calm.
I try my best.
He tries his best. Very neat.
Yeah.
When I saw him today, and then I saw the eyeglass, I was like, this guy has to be into tech somehow.
Come
like
on,
you
come
have
The glasses was a giveaway.
Yes, I think. I don't think it's just the glasses, but the glasses was there. He has the glasses on, but I won't think he's a tech distant now.
Come on now.
You don't look gentle, Sam. Sorry. There is this. Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
Oh, I think I would say I'm in between an ambivert.
Ambivert, I see. Most of us now are claiming ambivert. Even me, I'm an ambivert. Yeah.
People say, man, now.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
No wahala. No wahala. So welcome, sir.
Thank you very
We are
much.
going to be treating the topic about entrepreneurs and 9-to-5ers.
Yeah.
If people are lazy trying to become entrepreneurs, or
Overly ambitious.
Or do you want to be entrepreneurs?
yes.
Yeah.
So there's a trend going on that everybody is running from the corporate job, the corporate life, that you can never get rich doing a 9-to-5, and then you become entrepreneur. So are we looking for easy money, or we are just lazy and we do not know what you're saying about 9-to-5 and everything? What do you think, first of all, about
Okay,
entrepreneurship and 9-to-5?
I think I will start by saying that there is nothing like easy money.
I
Because
see.
if you think money is easy, then go get it.
Ooh.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So when you say easy money, no matter what you're doing, you're definitely going to put a work into it from either the positive angle or the negative angle, but there will be work done. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I like
For
the
him to,
balance,
he said
yes.
either the positive or
Or the
negative angle. So
yes.
Yeah.
they're not get very easy.
Yeah, I don't think there's anywhere. There's no free money anywhere, and
There's
there's
no
no
free
easy money anywhere.
Yeah.
So easy money, I think it will have to be in a closer form, because there is no easy money. So now, if you say the 9-to-5ers are getting easy money, or the entrepreneurs are running for easy money, ask an entrepreneur how hard it is out there, and they will explain to you that it's not easy. The money may come, but it's not easy.
People also say that the same amount of work you put in for 9-to-5 is the same amount of work you put in for entrepreneur as an entrepreneur, and just that some people make more, some people make less because of how the systems run. So it's always better to be an entrepreneur, own your own business, than be a 9-to-5er. How is that? If it's true that it's the same amount of work that you put in, then why settle for a corporate job when you can start up your own business, own something, and then make almost double over time what you make as a corporate staff?
Okay. I think the misconception about corporate work is that the scheme, or the what would I call it, the passage has been passed by many people, or that particular scheme has been tried by many people.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way. So it has been tested they've known the flaws, they've known how to navigate it in the corporate space. Now, being an entrepreneur, you're being introduced to a whole new world. All you have is the word of somebody out there on, on any platform saying, I
can
did
do
this,
this, yeah.
I made my first million when I was 13
Yeah.
and all that. So
You're
now,
fired up.
in the corporate space, right, there are professionals who have arranged what you do. Your work is cut out for you, or let me not say cut out, it's streamlined for you.
Yeah.
If you're
There's a workflow.
an office clerk,
Yeah.
you already have a workflow.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but if you're a if you're an entrepreneur,
yeah, business owner.
it's a whole new, different
world,
platform.
yeah.
You're the graphic designer, you're the editor, you're the social media manager. You're doing everything by yourself.
You're
So at
brand
this
ambassador.
point, you're your brand ambassador. You get so. I don't think I think it's just about the 9 to 5 has its own benefits. Then the entrepreneur space has its own benefits.
Businessman, what do you think? Do you think it's still the same amount of work? Because now he has broken it down, saying that you are the editor. You basically own everything. Once you start starting a business, you have to push everything yourself, and that way you also learn how to do the business. Yes, but 9 to 5, you there's a definitive role what you have to do. So do you still think it's the same amount of work? Maybe this one is spread out, but this one is just has. Is it the same amount of work? What do you think?
There is actually much more workload in being an entrepreneur, trying to carry the whole thing, just the same way he actually explained. But if you are a 9 to 5, I say you are actually, say, a clerk,
Yeah.
your work is streamlined, actually, and the workload is less. But the thing is, you tend to focus more on navigate your energy in a particular direction. But being an entrepreneur, you have to go to the different areas because you are trying to build from scratch. And maybe if you get an experience to a particular level and you feel like, okay, you are beginning to generate enough returns that you can get people employed and, create more opportunities for people, that's the only time you can say it's not really like much. Again, there is a little more balance as regards the workload. But being an entrepreneur, you have to like cater for everything.
I've heard where CEOs say, like, I was speaking to the owner of a very big business and a conglomerate even, and he was saying that as a business owner, there's no point in time where your job reduces or your work reduces. That it always increases. I'm saying as in regards to what you said.
Yeah.
He said that when you start employing people, that it increases. That you see that when you are doing everything alone, you could understand your system better because it's just internalized. You could just structure it, knowing yourself and everything. But now when you involve people who you cannot define how they behave, your structure has to change to accommodate these
So much
people and everything. And
Yeah.
you have to start coming up with new ideas, not just restructure everything. You have to come up with new ideas that will bring in, because if the business has to grow, new ideas have to come in.
Yes.
And you cannot just keep doing it the way you were doing yours and then get people in.
Being an entrepreneur requires you to also be an expert, like be a leader. You have to manage people's emotions, manage, when they give you and submit ideas to you, you have to know how to say, okay, this is a good idea, okay, this is not a good idea, without affecting the person's, because everyone has a dream and they are not planning to stay there forever.
Yeah.
So you have to, pull them along and ensure that your own dream does not affect their dream.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
think
That's okay.
big on what he's saying. I really believe in human investment, and if your employees believe that you believe that,
Yeah.
they know you want to make them a better version of themselves working in
Yeah,
that company. They are going to actually go all out for you to achieve that dream. But I think the biggest problem of being an entrepreneur and then you're employing people is that it is very difficult to manage people. That's the reason why you even have to employ people that will manage people. Do you get?
Okay.
That's the summit
Okay.
of it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's very difficult. Like what you said, the job will keep increasing.
Yes.
As an entrepreneur, a business owner, it keeps increasing. You don't I don't think it reduces. I think it just changes dynamics.
Just change dynamic. Yes.
From
that's
doing
it.
everything yourself to managing people that will do
do the
everything
things
for
that-
you.
yes.
And then you have to account for their emotion, you have to account for their.
I'm very tempted to actually
well-being.
it's more difficult doing it yourself or having people do it for you, managing people that will do it for you.
Which is more
I think
difficult.
difficulty will not be.
Eh,
it will be
It
measured.
can be measured. Yeah, that's why I said I'm
it
not.
will be
It's a
measured.
temptation now that I'm trying to resist. Because if it can be, if you can say most of the time which one could be, because I know for sure managing human beings is not easy.
Obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you need it for your business to grow. You can't keep doing everything yourself. You're just one man. But would it be said that you find it a bit easier when you do everything yourself, or does the returns of what people working for you compensate you?
Yeah,
for
so that's what I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
There is always a proportion to things, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're doing it yourself, there is just little that you can do.
Okay.
If at some point, even when you employ people, there will be a point of automation where not people are not directly doing the work anymore, but they are controlling machines that do the work for you.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
So these are levels
and it
to
will cost
it.
more. It
So
costs more to get
you
these
just
machines,
keep
but then
growing.
the returns will be bigger
Will
than.
be bigger.
Yeah, that's how
So
it
it's
is.
just how interesting. This concept about end of the month payment.
Exactly. I was about to hint on because there's this joy that comes when
Yes, and
for
then
a
so
9 to 5, right?
alert. Yes, 9 to 5 get it.
Yeah.
I don't know if some businesses also do it, like pay themselves end of the month. But that thing about alert at the end of the month, is it truthfully a beautiful thing, beautiful enough to worth working 9 to 5?
Okay, so I would say something, and I don't think this is general for everybody, right? Now there is a feeling that the alert gives you when you know that on the 28th, like 1st, or the end of the month or whatever, you receive a particular money that you may have structured in your head. I'll use this money for this, I won't touch it, I'll do this, yeah. And as a joy it gives, and then that same joy, I normally liken it to opium. You get
Wow.
It can get you addicted.
Obviously.
Wow.
Now it gives you, it brings you to that position where you don't grow. Be like,
Wow.
I don't need to stress myself. I just
Yeah,
need to keep
know
going
that
to
Wow.
work.
this
Keep going to
particular
work.
dates.
At the end of the day, I'll get this particular money, and then I'll just
That
pay
is
for this.
that is
That's hard.
critical.
That's
Do you
hard.
get?
Now,
So indirectly,
Hey.
it can get you stuck.
yes, and then you won't grow.
You won't grow.
You know, if you want to get a vehicle that costs about, let's say, 5 million naira,
Yeah.
and you're being paid a, let me be
Minimum-
realistic,
minimum
500k
wage.
every
Okay,
month.
okay.
Be like, okay, I'll be bringing out this amount of money, and by this time, in 2-3 years, I've gotten that vehicle. Now,
Yeah.
do you see that you've got yourself stuck
Stop.
for 3
Yes,
years
Yeah.
trying to get a
yes.
vehicle? Now you can't even do something else aside the vehicle because you have a budget, you have this you want to do, and then, in as much as that is good.
Because I was about to
You've
say,
tied
don't you
yourself.
think it's a level of discipline too?
Yeah, that's the thing. You feel like I'm being disciplined. 2 years, I'm good. You can be that disciplined, but there are a whole lot of other things you would have done
Okay.
in that same time if you ventured into maybe investing
Yeah.
or something like that.
You would
So
have scaled
that particular money tells you, okay, at the end of the month, 30th, I get this alert. I can buy this and I want to buy. Do you understand? But when you become an entrepreneur,
Now,
you
a
know that
95 is thinking.
do you understand like how something so beautiful, how something that's supposed to
You
because
know.
I used to say from the light of at least you know that so time sure money is coming in.
Yes.
You have the time to plan what you want to do with the money.
Yeah.
But it's pointing out that you can get addicted to it and not
I guess
grow. That's a strong
That's a strong
point.
one.
yes, it happens.
Yes.
And you especially when you're in the guise of I'm disciplined, I know I'm planning myself
So,
properly.
yes,
Ah.
you become that particular person for a very long time.
Yes.
Now, I'll give you a practical example.
Okay.
Let's take it back 20 years. Okay, that's too much. 15 years.
Okay.
Look, our parents, right?
Yeah.
You know how they save up. They'll be like, okay, I'm going to
Okay.
the school. This is for school fees. Now, before the money even comes in, it's been partitioned into different
So
spheres
much.
of life,
Yes.
and then they end up not actually achieving much. Not because they're not earning much, but because they already have a pattern that they want to spend their money.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
If in the Western, let's go to the Western countries like the US, for example, where they are taxed.
Yes.
Now, many people in the US, I'm sorry to say, they live hand to mouth. Not that they're not doing the things they want to do. It's not as if they're not feeding.
Yes.
They eat fine, they clothe fine, they drive cars on mortgage and the rest of it. So at the end of the day, they're living okay, but they are not necessarily making wealth. That's the reason why I would tell anybody that wants to hear that I prefer to get rich in Nigeria than to be rich abroad.
That's hard.
Because if you have $1 million, example, here in Nigeria,
The currency.
in your whole
different-
state, you may be the
exchange
only
rate
person
is-
who
yes,
can,
yes.
say things and people will listen to you in the guise that you have wealth and all that. But if you go to the US and you have $1 million, my brother, you're just like your neighbor. There are
By the
lots of
time,
people who have
you
that
pay
money.
tax and
And your tax will be like,
Pay
okay,
your bills,
$1 million,
electricity
you should be
bill.
on 40% tax.
yeah,
So they're taking $1 million, they're taking about $400,000 from you.
Mm-hmm.
You're left with $600,000. You pay for your car mortgage.
yeah.
Then you see what's happening.
Yes.
At the end of the day, you're not rich.
You're not rich.
You just have money.
To an average Nigerian, that's so much.
Did you hear that? You're not rich, you just have money.
just
Did
have
you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm thinking about my life like this.
Come on now.
I'm just, oh Lord.
Come on.
No, the reason why I'm stuck on this one is because you believe you're being disciplined. Like, do you know how scary that
Yes,
thing is?
yes.
You believe you're structuring your life. You believe that you are,
And to
you
some-
know what you're doing.
Yes, to
Yeah.
some persons,
You are
like,
planning
they
out
very
a plan.
serious
and
in
then
life.
you don't know that you are just.
You're in a circle.
Yeah, in a circle.
The funny thing is that with the way inflation is moving, by the time you
That's
have enough
the-
money
that's
to
the
get the car,
thing, that's the
car is no
thing.
longer 5 million.
If it's not even structured well, you can't even suffice for emergencies.
Yeah. By the time you have the complete money to buy that car, the car is no longer 5 million.
Okay,
Yes,
I won't
yes.
move on. I won't move on from this. So let's assume somebody's watching this now,
Obviously.
and he's a 95 and he earns so, and this is what he's doing,
Yeah.
and he believes that it helps him organize how he, and then maybe he's saving up, not to buy a car but to start a business
Okay.
or to invest somewhere in the future. He's saying when I save up for like 1 year, towards the end of the year, I will start my own
Business or
shop. I will rent a
yeah.
shop or
Yeah.
and then put somebody there. What would be your advice? How can they? Is it speed track or change this pattern not to keep themselves in a loop, waiting for, because things are going to get inflated then, and
Okay.
what is costing now might not be what it would be
Unless,
then.
unless the country
So is
gets
there an
better.
advice? Unless the country gets better.
Yeah.
Let's do that one. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. So
Come on.
the country will get better.
Amen.
I don't even add the Jesus name. I don't even add the Jesus name. I'm not talking about.
you know, a very religious people.
Yes. Okay, no problem. So, what would be your advice to the person? What should they re-strategize? What should they do? How should they change?
scale,
Yes,
yeah.
to escape this opium syndrome. Let's call it that.
Okay. So I think this is not a financial advice.
Okay.
Right? But I think a mindset change is the first thing you're supposed to have
The
if
mind.
you want to make money. Not make money. We all make money.
Yes.
You understand? But if you want to make the money, keep it, grow it. You understand? So it's more like a track. You make the money, you keep the money, you invest the money, then you grow the money. Do you understand? So the person trying to open a business, maybe like, okay, whatever, maybe professional business that makes roughly 50K a month.
Okay.
Now you say, okay, I'll get a house, and you know whatever you're saving for. If your mindset has not been shifted, you just keep running around in circles with that maybe 1 or 2 properties you think you have, that it's a progress. But if you have the mindset that I need to break this circle of getting money on the 30th, and before 30th, if anybody calls me, my nephews, my nieces, I'll be like, don't worry, they never pay us. So
months never end, yes.
when they
Yeah.
pay us, you know, that's a mentality.
Yeah.
If you can break out from that, even before opening that store, you'll be able to see opportunities and not be scared to invest in them. Now, many Nigerians are very quick to invest in quick money scams
Yeah.
that, you know, take a lot of money from them. The reason is because they want to grow the money, but they don't want to learn how to grow the money. Now,
So
you need
much
to get
impatience,
educated.
yes.
The same way you sit down to learn how to carry out a task and make it successful, you need to learn how to invest.
You need to learn how to invest.
Learn how to
Investment,
invest.
you learn it.
You learn how to invest, then before you can invest. People that trade in crypto and the rest of it, they
Yes.
will, those you discover those that jump into it like that, they end up, you know,
Losing
a lot of money.
Yes.
But
Yes,
if
yes,
you
yes.
sit down and you learn how to invest, there are investments that you will see, and you know that this is not an investment, this is a risk. And it's not all of them that you take. You have to have what we call risk to ratio. You know how to invest your money at the risk. Someone comes and tells you that you invest $1 million and then you're making $2 million in 1 month. Like 100% in a month in 30 days. That's unrealistic.
Yes. How?
That's too much. You know that this is a gamble. You're not even investing. You're gambling.
Yes.
You're playing go-go.
Sounds too good to be
Home
true.
to score. That's what you're doing. That anything can change at any point and you
Yes.
lose the whole money.
Yes,
Do you understand?
yes.
So you have to invest. There are safe investments that are out there. You have to study them, learn how to identify them, and then which of them you should invest in.
So when you say mindset shift,
Yeah.
that the person has to stop, has to break understand the mentality of end of the month, something will come in, and
Yeah.
then start looking for opportunities even in between the month. And the first opportunity you mentioned now is investment. He said it's not financial advice, so it's not like you should just go and invest, okay? But first,
do
your
your work.
mindset,
Yeah.
Your mindset.
change it from money only comes to me at the end of the month.
So I'm supposed to make money every day. I was listening to a video, I think on YouTube, and Mark Zuckerberg, he was like, he makes, I've forgotten the exact figure, but he mentioned how much he makes. He didn't mention it in weeks or months. He mentioned in seconds.
Oh.
He mentioned how much he makes in seconds. So he has a mindset shift. Now he expects of himself to make money in minutes and seconds. So if you can move your mindset from months to weeks, from weeks to days. So now in 3 or 4 days, if you've not made money, you feel uncomfortable.
You know, like something is missing.
As a 9 to 5 regularly, in 3 to 5 days, 1 week, you're still feeling like I'm still having the money I was paid, so I'm still good.
I still have salary.
I'm still good.
Yes. So if you can shift that mindset that in 3-4 days you've not made money, you feel uncomfortable.
Is it safe to say you should set goals, set targets?
Yeah, it's very advisable to set goals and targets. I will do this. Now, bear in mind, you don't say in 3 days I've not made money, then you're not starting around to make money. Now you're desperate. No, you're supposed to set goals, set targets. How do I achieve this?
How? Yes. Yeah. How do I achieve this? Because there is always a way, Abi.
Yeah, there's always a way. Now, I hope I can quote Bible. Proverbs 22:29 said, "If you see a man who is diligent in what he does, he will stand before kings and not men." That's King James. Amplified said, "He will not stand before those of lower ranks."
Okay.
Do you understand? Now, from what I was trying to explain to you, now, if you set goals and set targets, and then you're good at what you do, if you're good at what you do, you know that I can set a goal that is very realistic.
Yes.
That I will do this, and then do this, and then this can happen. Now, even if there are chances that some things like that don't happen, and then there are problems that, you can always bounce back because you have a target, you have a goal.
Yeah.
It can only be just delayed a little bit, but you meet those targets. And once you keep doing it, it becomes a habit, it becomes a pattern. Your body responds to it. Your universe gravitates towards that particular goal.
Yes.
Apostle will say something, my apostle, Pastor Chidi Emmanuel, he will say that the best way to get something done is to put a date on it. If you put a date on it, you get it done. Just think about anything you've done and you say, I'll do it next week, I'll do it next. But once you put a date on it,
yes. Anytime is no time.
It seems like the universe is hearing what you're saying, and then everything starts gravitating towards making that possible.
Yes.
And you discover that by that date, or even a day or after it, that thing is done. And automatically you get that in order you've been procrastinating and postponing for a very long time.
Do you understand where this thing is leaning towards now? Because I'm thinking of all the excuses of the 95 I was watching this. I can hear their voices now. I can hear them saying, but I don't have time.
Yeah.
That for me to make anything extra means I have to learn a skill.
Yes.
Or I have to have another means that makes me money. Everything I know is for this office. I don't have places where I meet new clients. I means I have to take out time. And this job is what keeps me alive. So when I have time to get... But one thing that will tackle that you've said is this mindset something. Even before you start looking for... I will still give you a chance to talk about what I just said. But even before you start doing all that, is you understanding, first of all, that your mindset concerning when you should make money and how you should change. Start from there before you start complaining.
Change your mind.
Then always put a date. Write it down. How to, when to. That the universe. This one is no longer. No, he's telling you from experiential. And I agree with him totally.
Yeah.
I agree. I've seen it work.
Yeah.
I've seen it work. Yes. So put a date something. But aside these two things you've mentioned, for people saying that I don't have a skill aside to what I'm doing, my corporate job, I do not have time to do any other thing. My life is Monday to Friday, sometimes Saturday. In fact, let's use people that work for these supermarkets and malls.
They
work come in the morning and they go by
around 9, 10.
Yes.
And some of them work 6 days. And they're telling you, when do I have time to do this? What am I going to be doing? My life revolves around this. I'm trying to save up money so I can live here. Yeah. And somehow it's not working. That thing is a serious trap.
It's a serious trap.
So, what then? How is it that person's zone is done for? It's over.
Okay.
There's nothing to do.
I'll be very practical in this example because the example is really practical.
Yes.
I studied computer science in school.
Okay. And
I'm sorry to say, in Unizik, when I was done from Unizik, I didn't even know how to efficiently on a system, a laptop or a computer. I was just a computer scientist.
He used on a system. He used was basic.
Yeah, so I was supposed to know that.
Yes, of course.
Everybody at home were like, you've graduated. I finished with 2-1. They were like, now you're supposed to. So I think they were expecting me that you now go and maybe, what do I do? Start working in cyber cafe. I don't know. But then I discovered that if I keep answering computer sciences with my mouth, I will remain this
going.
mediocre
Yes,
and then
yes.
keep answering science, and you can't even do nothing. So I came across, I read books. I'm a voracious reader. I read books a lot. So after reading, I read the book I told you about by Robert Kiyosaki.
Robert
Why
Kiyosaki,
A students work for C students,
students,
and then B
yes.
students work in the bank. Now, after reading that book, I discovered that the way I thought about my life was it changed. I moved my time from 24 hours, from one day to 24 hours. And then I went ahead to break it down into minutes. Now, somebody saying I work in the mall and I come to work by 8 o'clock in the morning, and then I leave work by, let's say, 9 o'clock in the night. You discover that you still have about, let's say, 10 extra hours of that day or till the next time you work to do whatever you want to do.
Yes, yes.
Now, I believe that 1 hour is a very long time.
That's like,
It's here. It's here.
You won't know how
60
long 1
minutes.
hour
It's here,
is
it's
until
here.
you're purging and you need to get to the toilet.
It's
Come
here.
on.
It's here.
Come on.
You know
It's
that
here. It's
1
all
hour
here.
is a
It's all in
very
here.
long time.
It's all in here.
Yeah.
So if you bring out 1 hour of every day, you come back from work by 9 o'clock, you're very exhausted. Our advice is you do it immediately before you start. You want to shower and then get to the bed and all that. 1 hour, you go to YouTube. That's like the universe of knowledge now. You go to
Telling
YouTube,
you.
take up a course, something very basic. It could be a virtual assistant course. You go there, 1 hour. By the time you get your next payday, your next salary, you finish the course.
awesome.
In 30 days, you've done 30 hours
30
of that
hours.
course.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me you don't have 1 hour. It's not possible. When you're done with that,
Ben, are you
automatically
serious?
Like,
you
this is
have
the barest minimum.
gotten. You can write an exam for the course you've taken, and then you be certified.
Yes.
What's the next thing? I'm not telling you leave your job. Many people are saying 95 hours, leave your job, become an entrepreneur, start selling soap on WhatsApp, and become a
Do
CEO.
akara, do kulikuli.
Yeah, do akara.
Thank
Now, the next thing you're
That's
supposed
a
to
new
do
business, a
is,
new
while
earning
you're
money.
still working at what is funding your learning, you don't leave it. Because, believe it or not, that work you're doing in the mall is funding your learning because you buy data, you have a phone, you have a roof over your head where you learn what you're learning.
Yes.
Now, once you're done learning that, I'll tell you what I did. I brought out 2 hours of my time every day then, and I said I was going to learn graphic design. That was where I started because I felt like graphic design was not that difficult.
Yeah.
I started learning graphic design.
That feeling, that feeling. The graphic design is not that difficult.
Yeah.
Put a couple
So
of
I was
buttons
like,
together.
Until you enter.
I started it. Then I was getting good, doing posters. I didn't really look like posters, right? Then got to a point where you will not also leave out the point of mentors, coaches, and all these things affect. So there are mentors, there are coaches, there are sponsors. I was listening to a podcast from Vusi, and he said there are mentors, there are coaches, there are sponsors. These are 3 categories that you must have in your life. No matter what you're doing, even if you're frying akara or doing kulikuli, there is a woman who has been doing it for like 30 years.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
she knows she can even smell the temperature of oil that would be perfect for doing akara.
Yeah.
So you have to meet people who have gone before you and they know this at the tip of their fingers.
Yeah.
They will give you practical insights of what to do. Now you're done learning the course. You're a virtual assistant. But where do you work? Now, remember what I'm saying. You don't leave what is sponsoring your education. You don't leave what is sponsoring your knowledge.
Yeah.
The next thing you're supposed to do is you start reaching out to those who you feel are better at what you do or who have gone through that path. They may be around you. Your coach should be someone very close to you,
around you.
right?
Yes.
Your mentor may be somebody far from you, but you look up to the person.
yes.
Then your sponsor is the person that will speak for you in the rooms where you can even have
can
access
walk
to.
into, yes.
So now when you get these 3
For the
things,
time being.
while you're still at your work, you're not living there, right? While you're still there, your coach will now start telling you, do this. This is how I apply for this job. This is how I got my resume. This is how I got my portfolio. Do you get what I'm doing? In the next month, after you're done learning this course,
Yes.
you must have gotten, maybe done free gigs, done built your portfolio, gotten all the things you need to apply for a job. Then the next month, the 3rd month, you're now applying. You're practically applying. If God is willing, by the 4th or 5th month, you've gotten something that will be paying you something at least. Now you have your work you're doing, and then you have a virtual assistant job. And now, if you've gone through this part before, you know that some of those jobs you pick time that you want to work.
Yeah, more like
So you could
a
even
remote-
just bring
Yes,
out
yes,
3 or
yes,
4
yes,
hours
yes.
in the night when you come back from work.
And
It's
you-
a mindset you have to
Keep
you have
pushing.
to
It's all-
fight
it's all
for
here.
it. You have to
Yeah.
fight for it.
You see, from what he said, he was being very practical, like he said. He has
practical.
mentioned it for every problem there's like over 1,000 solutions. So he's giving you that 1 hour is not a must. You must go and take a course. So you have something you're interested in. You might have something you're interested
Wake up
in.
from
He's
your
just pointing out to you, you
expertise.
have 1 hour to invest in yourself.
Wake up.
That
wake
so
up.
long as you come back, give yourself. That's discipline. That's how you have to
Before
survive.
you
It's
take
survival.
your shower, rest, like
It's
do
survival.
It
You
ASAP.
at this point, it's you do it or you keep living the life you're living. But if you want to change, you do it.
You do it.
So you have that 1 hour to yourself. He was saying that he was giving 2 hours every day. It's just be consistent with it every single day.
Every single day. Yeah.
Since you are staying 8 to 10, if you like live 8 to 12, come back, give that 1 hour so that things will change. So things will change. This I like how this is going. Honestly,
It's going too smooth. Like
It's a practical
it
session.
is a practical
it is a
session,
practical
actually.
session. Yes.
But then there's a question that we've been trying to dissect even the more, considering that everybody has a dream, and one day you would want to be a CEO. You want to get like, is it an issue as regards prioritizing the title over the actual profit? Like, is there a thing that since everyone wants to be a founder, everybody wants to be a CEO, is it actually something that how can they navigate to actually like be real CEOs and real founders and just having a LinkedIn,
everybody
having a
is founder
title?
slash CEO.
Yeah,
And-
if you're a tech person, you know
Yeah.
that LinkedIn is one of, I think, not even one of, aside Indeed, I think LinkedIn is very intimidating. Because if you get into
Pressure to
LinkedIn,
you.
Like so much
Ah.
You will
responsibility.
see
You go there,
your
you
loans.
see
I remember when I was advised to take my LinkedIn seriously, so I wanted to, okay, let me look at somebody that is doing what I'm doing and then arrange my own LinkedIn. And I'm seeing certificates and I'm like, how what's going on here? It was really intimidating. Now the issue we're having in this present time is that the title CEO, everybody is putting it or adding it to their name.
Yes.
But the work that a CEO should do, they're not really doing it optimally.
There is a discipline. There is
Yeah, now I will
way to
explain.
it.
Okay.
Now, if you're a CEO of a company, right, it shouldn't be a position you've assumed in your head. Now, I believe in branding.
Yeah.
Now, putting yourself as a CEO makes your brand have an organogram.
Okay.
Do you understand? There's a CEO, there's
Yeah.
So anybody that wants to invest in you, I've spoken to investors, and most investors who are serious with you, they want to see a structure.
Obviously.
Once they don't see a structure, they believe that you're going nowhere. So once you put that organogram out there, you're a CEO, but it's not in your head. The CEO is a structural position. But deep down, you're not going to say, I'm the CEO, so I should just, stay while my boys should arrange things for me.
Yeah,
You understand?
you
So
know?
in your head, you are supposed to work out the position, the CEO.
Yeah, just to point out, a CEO is not just like the boss. You're actually an executive officer.
Yes.
You perform, you take on the work and
He
the
said
job.
he said you have to not just he didn't just say you have to work as the CEO. He said you have to work out.
You have to work out the
out.
as well,
position.
Yeah.
so if you're answering CEO, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are a CEO yet.
Yeah.
You is what you do,
Do
that,
that
makes
makes
you
you a CEO.
Now, like I said, branding, I believe in perspective, how people see you. So now, if you're putting out the CEO there will be like a perspective of people. Now, it will be a colossal failure when they see you as a CEO, and then they come to you, and
And
then
you can't
you're not
deliver.
a CEO. That would be a very
colossal
terrible
failure.
thing. It would be a terrible
I like
thing.
that.
So is
like
it?
that.
It's safe to say that the CEO there is for them, not for you.
Yes, the CEO is for
It's
the
just
brand,
yeah.
and not
Not
for
for
you.
yourself.
Investors
No.
in,
So
not for yourself.
in your head, it's just a technique. It's for them, but in your head, you are still working out to become what a CEO actually is.
I'll give you an example.
Yes.
There are deals you want to go sign. Okay, when I moved from graphic design, and then I started networking. I started learning networking. So I got a gig. That was like my first gig. I wanted to network a hospital.
Okay.
But that hospital is a private hospital. And when I saw the picture of the hospital, because we went for like a visitation to the hospital, the hospital was so big. And the owner of the hospital was going to come that day. And I knew that if I trek to this this event or to this meeting, I'm going to have an image that will be like, why is this? No, this person can't work on this day. It was a multi-million naira deal.
So you needed to.
So I needed to appear how I wanted to be addressed.
Yeah.
So now that is branding. I had to go get a vehicle. I had to take some of my guys to them, iron your suit, dress very nice. You understand? To bring out that image. Now, am I now going to go back and start living like I have a car?
Come on.
Do you understand?
You go back to work.
Yes, I go back to work to actually get to that point. So now I have where I'm going to. I've seen it.
Yeah.
But then I have to walk into it.
Awesome. This is too practical, bro.
Yeah.
I think you're having chills.
Oh man, you're inexcusable.
I mean,
after hearing this, you're
stop
inexcusable.
drowning yourself with
You
excuses.
see, I started with, are we too lazy? And this thing is exposing some things, making it look like it's actually laziness that's keeping some of us from. Because you are inexcusable, guy. If we are able to break down someone working from 8 to 10, you're inexcusable. So yes, it's fine. Answer your CEO. But it is for them. It is for these proposals you make. It's for the investments you want to, people that want to work with you. But you work till you become a CEO. You know, the thing is, many of us don't even know what a CEO does. You just don't, they think CEO is specifically own business. CEO, founder of
boss,
chicken and akara, something. I own this business, and that's just it. Wow.
Well, speaking of, the workflow, the way you explain this thing, because I don't think everyone has the discipline to be a CEO. I want to ask, are there people that actually need to be 9 to 5, like just stay there?
Yes, I've heard that. Yes.
Okay, so I think I would start by saying there is. Okay, let me use the Bible to explain this. I hope that can work. So
please,
Proverbs 14:23, right?
Is it Proverbs there?
Proverbs. I think Proverbs will teach you how to live your everyday life. Now, that passage says, all hard work brings a profit. All. Now, there is no positive on it. All hard work, no matter what you're doing. If you're working in the night, depending on what you're doing, if you're bombing or you're working, that phrase is all hard work.
It brings profit.
It will bring a profit.
Yes.
It's a general rule. Most rules around money are general.
It's
It's not religion based.
Yes.
That's why you discover that everybody can get rich.
Yeah.
Whether be you're religious or you're not religious,
principles
to even say about it,
does not matter. Yes.
I think the most successful people are the ones that are not even they're not even religious because they have discovered these principles and they are working with it. Why? Okay, I'll give an example. Have you discovered that most Christians, I'll use the Christian religion to address this, most Christians who work in a particular sector, they believe that miracles are supposed to happen to them because they are Christians.
Because of their faith, yes.
Now, I've seen Christian tailors and my brother, if they make clothes for you, now they feel like because they are Christians, now they don't need to learn exactly how this is done.
Actually, design.
Apostle Chidi will always say, sorry for,
please, do not apologize.
Chidi will always say
that
God does not waste miracles. Right?
Yes.
If you're supposed to walk downstairs, there is a step, there's a process. Why do you need God to teleport you downstairs?
Yeah.
You can't just walk downstairs. God teleporting you from here downstairs is a waste of miracle, and He does not waste miracle.
Yeah.
So if you're not studious enough to sit down and learn how to make clothes, that if someone puts it on, it's a referral on its own.
Yeah.
Then why do you want God to automatically make your clothes? Now you're praying that you want senators to be wearing your clothes. You want your clothes to go to the ends of the earth. You have to put in the work to do this. Now, answering your question, there are those who are cut out to be 9 to 5. They don't have a choice. Now, the economy is all about balance.
Yeah.
If everybody that is supposed to be a 9 to 5 starts becoming an entrepreneur, it will be lopsided. Now, if everybody is 9 to 5, no entrepreneur, it also be lopsided.
So there needs to be
both
balance.
of them brings a balance.
Okay.
Right? So I think it's left for you to choose where you want to stay. Or where you're skilled to stay. There are people that will manage a company. My brother, you know that this person is called to be a leader, a manager. He will manage that company.
True.
And then you will see a company that is in debt. That is in debt of about maybe $2, $3, $4 million.
Yeah.
6 months, and this person is in profit, and you're wondering what happened. Now he knows the right person to choose to work with. He knows the right person. He knows the right word to say. He knows how to ginger this person. He knows how to query this person. And then, so that person is supposed to now open a business and start because I'm a manager. Now that person may be called to manage in the finance sector, but you may not have enough money to own a bank.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
But our country, Nigeria, bringing it back to where we found ourselves. The economy is terrible. The government is not really like doing so much. So, would you still encourage someone in Nigeria to
95?
To keep pushing, considering the fact that the minimum wage is not even doing much?
Okay, now the truth is that you have to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
Of course, the minimum wage is about 70k. It's not money, right?
Yes.
Now, but you may be in an office already.
Yeah.
But you don't have to fully, like I said, don't have to fully depend. You can function on both sides very effectively.
Okay.
You're 9 to 5 and you're working your 9 to 5 job.
If they can
but you
carry
can also,
this and they can
yes,
actually
you can also
continue
invest
being-
or have a business at the side that may not necessarily take your time.
Yeah.
That you're no longer diligent in what you're doing.
Okay.
Many people make the mistake, they start working in a company that maybe is funding their business. Right? Now automatically they start giving more attention to the business, and then the company that is, or the work that is sponsoring that business is now
Begins to
suffering.
die, yeah.
And what if you're retrenched or you're sacked from that company? What would this business will die? You lose on both sides.
Awesome.
So you have to be diligent here while
And
this
then,
is also happening.
strike
Just
a proper
find
balance.
the strike. The balance.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is superb.
You see, when this episode started, I said we are going to play a game. And with where I am now, the mood I'm in, you're doing like make I say leave the game. There's no time for it. We play that game. if you've cleared it that okay, some people should be, and then with the way economy is, I just want you to tell us in few sentences. This one shouldn't be a very long session. Is it possible for somebody in Nigeria to become rich doing 9 to 5 or wealthy? Let's use wealthy.
Okay.
Do me as you're raising the bar to
That
Since the goal is to be wealthy, is it possible? Just few.
Okay, so I wouldn't talk for long.
Yes.
No, yes, yeah.
I'll give an example, then I'll answer this question.
Thank you.
Okay.
You know, when you hear success stories like that of Dangote, and you be like, damn, he's in Nigeria, he made it in Nigeria. You hear success stories of Dantata. You hear success stories of Peter Obi. Now you feel like he has a black card. Has a black card. Why can't I have a black card? We're always mistaken to the fact that their era is not our era.
Okay.
Some of them had head starts. Now, does it mean that we can't get to that place? No, it doesn't. It just means that the route we're supposed to take is either longer or is different. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now,
Yes, either longer
Things are
or
really
different.
changing.
yeah.
Yes.
So listen to Peter B then. He said that, that time he could walk into a bank and take a loan for intellectual knowledge, right? You can't do that now because nobody sent a papa. Do you understand? Now, what do you need to do practically? Now, and to answer your question, yes, you can get not even rich, wealthy, doing a 9 to 5.
In Nigeria.
In Nigeria. Yes, you can. Now, like I said before, it's mindset. You can be working in a place that your salary is about 200k a month. And then you feel like, okay, the mistake we make is that once we start earning, maybe you moved from 80k to 150, now you're earning 300. Now, as you're moving, you feel like, okay, like now I'm earning 300k. I don't suppose they use keke, they go again. I suppose they use drop. Do you understand?
Okay.
Now you feel like your class is elevating. But if you have if you realize or you have that knowledge that you're supposed to build something, generational wealth is possible. You don't have to now have excesses. You're supposed to cut down on those excesses. If you take a normal keke to where you're going to, nothing will happen to you. The people you greet, they will still greet you. But now, because you have something you're actually working towards, now those excesses are out, and then you don't just cut it out and then move it to somewhere else. Now you're not taking drop again, but you're always craving. That's the word they use, right? You're always craving. Okay, so yes, a 95er can actually get rich and wealthy from working a 9-to-5 job. It happens, yeah.
Awesome. But one more thing, right? I was thinking, because some persons, we've been talking about you being a 9-to-5er or switching to be a CEO and all of that. But for a 9-to-5er, are there sectors that you can recommend that, okay, if you're doing 9-to-5 here, you are certain that in Nigeria, you will do very well?
Okay, so I think I would put it this way. There are sectors in Nigeria that still but people that work there still make money.
Yeah.
Or they still see money.
They see money.
You understand? You getting wealthy is your choice.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
Strong.
You
Strong.
can be anything.
Strong.
If you put your
You
mind
get,
to it.
you get, no,
yes,
like what you mean is
It's
that
your choice.
regardless the amount you make,
you're making,
Yeah.
you may
you
still
being wealthy
yes.
is your choice.
It's your
yes.
choice.
For you to be
Okay.
wealthy, it has to
Okay.
be your choice, your mentality, basically.
Okay.
So now, sectors. Okay, let me start with tech.
Okay.
In the Nigerian space right now, tech is a sector that pays very well.
Okay.
Many people are already aware to that point. That's why I think for now it's even a bit saturated.
It's getting way
Yeah,
too
it's
saturated.
really
yes.
saturated. But
Yeah.
if you one thing with tech is that if you have the skill, if you really have the skill, you make money. You'll get employed.
Okay.
Be the remote job or
Or
9 to
on-site,
5,
yeah.
You get it,
on-site,
you
hybrid,
get it,
whatever.
yeah.
You get the job. Then the next is the oil sector.
Oil money.
The oil money still pays. The oil money is always there. The fact that Nigeria still, relies on oil to make big
import,
revenue,
yes.
definitely those that work in that sector will still be seen. Now, many people have this misconception of working in the bank, right? That was like back then.
Back then, like
Because
once
right
you're
now,
working in the bank,
bankers don't really make a whole lot of money that much.
Okay.
Same with the education sector.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about, lecturers.
Lecturers, professors.
Yeah, those don't really get you the amount of money that we are talking about on this podcast, right?
Yeah.
But they get paid.
They get paid.
Lecturers see money. Then
They
they
see.
have what we call the goodwill that can also
Okay.
make you money. Lecturers have this goodwill. They have invested in people, so human investments that can yield them
Yield
returns.
returns,
you
yes,
get?
yeah.
So in that sense, they can also make money. They can also be wealthy or get rich by that. Then I think edtech is a new scope or what I call sector that is making money now.
Okay.
Education technology,
Okay.
right? It's not been explored. This is like a honeypot that I'm just letting out there now.
We're sharing. This is
So
this is premium. This is premium.
Premium.
Yeah, because
Take your notes.
everybody will keep learning. There will always be students.
Yeah.
No matter what, even if bandits are kidnapping students, there will still be students.
Obviously.
Do you understand? Now, education technology is what schools are incorporating now, where they want to get tech companies to come teach students tech at the lower stage, secondary school, primary school. So now that's a sector where if you're in edtech, that's if you teach technology, not just know it, because they are different. So if you teach technology, you're going to make a whole lot of money in that sector.
See, are these people like experts in a particular field in tech? that
Yes,
they-
you have to be. You have to know
what
about
you're
that
going
field.
to teach.
It's
Yes.
edtech, so you have to just know it enough to teach it.
Okay.
So you have to know it enough. So edtech is a space. There are lots of other ones that are out there. Just for you to know, just know that the entrepreneurial space is also a sector, depending on where you're going
Also.
to. So yeah,
This is beautiful. He said just know that entrepreneurial sector is also a sector. Just know where you're going
just
to.
know where you're going to.
You've heard it. The reason for this episode is not to make you feel bad or to judge you, rather to point out to you that you still have the chance.
Educate you.
It's not late. Yes, it's to educate you. You've known, if you're a business person now, you know how to expand yourself.
Yeah.
If you're a 9 to 5 and now, you know what to do to still expand yourself.
Yes.
He said that regardless what you earn, to be wealthy is your choice.
It's your choice.
And we've used practical examples. Mr. David, we are really happy you did this.
Thank
Now,
you very much.
before we go, we're going to be playing the games I promised, like I promised. Yes? So these are math riddles. Not all of them are maths per se, but they are riddles. Some emphasis on riddles.
Okay.
So get your answers straight. The first one goes, what can you put between a 7 and an 8 so that the result is greater than 7 but less than 8?
No, it's a redo.
Yes, between a 7 and you put it between a 7 and an 8. So the
It's
answer is
greater than 7.
but less than 8.
That's a half.
Half.
If I put 0.5, it becomes 7.5 greater than 7, and then 7.5 is less than 8.
I think you can take that, yes. The answer is a decimal point, yes. You put a point. Just put a point. It will be 7.8 though. Yeah, and then it's less than 7. You take
greater
that.
than 8.
An electric train is traveling north at 60 mph, miles per hour. The wind is blowing from the south at 20 miles per hour. Which way is the smoke blowing? Do I read it again?
Yeah, come again. Okay.
An electric train is traveling north at 60 miles per hour.
The
The wind is blowing south at 20 miles per hour. Which way is the smoke blowing?
It's traveling very south. Going up.
It's an electric train.
Oh, no. How will an electric train no smoke? Come on.
Okay, so when you say the train,
Yeah.
it's supposed to have
It's
smoke.
an electric.
Supposed to have smoke.
Yes,
But
electric
come to
train.
think of it, electric trains, how they will have exhaust pipes now.
No.
Electric trains-
No.
There's no smoke
When you look at
anyway.
electric cars, they don't emit smoke, no.
Okay, yeah, eco-friendly.
Yes.
Okay.
What single word replaces the question mark in this sequence? 1 is single, 2 is double, 3 is triple, 4 is...
Quadruple.
Yes, that's easy. That's easy.
Okay.
Easy money, yeah?
That's a giveaway.
What
Right.
weighs more, a pound of heavy iron bricks or a pound of fluffy feathers?
Oh, that's tricky. A pound of what?
Fluffy feathers
Okay.
or a pound of heavy iron bricks?
You know, one thing with riddles is that
It doesn't, like, it never goes in the
it doesn't
direction
seem
you
the
think.
way it
Yes,
is, right?
they are riddles.
Yeah.
So what weighs
A
more,
pound of
a
heavy
pound of
bricks.
heavy iron bricks or a pound of fluffy feathers?
A pound. Yeah, a pound is a pound.
Yeah,
It's like units,
yes.
units. A pound
is a pound, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
so
yes,
even
yes.
if we have to stack
If you
up
like,
the feathers,
stack up, nice.
to get to a pound.
Nice,
A pound is a pound.
yes, a pound is a pound regardless.
That was very
Awesome,
tricky. That was
awesome.
very
Oh
tricky.
my God.
Then this one, I think this one should be the most tricky of them all.
Okay.
I am an odd number. Take away one letter and I become completely even. What number am I?
I am an odd number.
Odd number.
Take one letter away from the spelling and I become
So
completely
one is
even.
O-N-E, and if you take out E to be on. No. Two.
I become completely even. What number am I? Oh, even you can answer. Yes. My mind is short, but like, my mind is wrong. Should I answer?
4,
Come on.
5, 6, 7, 9.
Crickets,
Odd
crickets,
number.
crickets,
Odd
crickets.
number. Sorry, ask the question again.
I am an odd number.
Okay.
Take away one letter from me and I become completely even.
You want to call a friend? You can call a friend.
So this is
Take
Frank.
one
This is
letter.
Frank Edo's show.
Yeah, yes, you can.
I'll have to call Chike then.
Whoa!
That was hard. Come on.
Wow. I don't know that.
Come on.
An odd number, take away one letter, I become completely even.
Okay. It's 11.
What letter will you take away?
L.
And it
becomes
becomes
even.
no. That's double E. That's double
It
E.
becomes even.
That's double E. You're close.
Okay. 10 is an odd number. 11 is 12, 13.
I tell you the answer now. You fish out.
Take away one letter. God. I'm taking too long. Don't worry.
Well,
just tell
yes.
me.
So the answer is 7. Take away one letter is even. Just the same thing you're doing to 11.
Okay, but 7.
One letter S.
Oh.
Yeah. He was
So
close with the 11. Yes, he skipped 7 and went to 11.
And I went to 11.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was really fun having you here today. You've given us all we need, from entertainment to education. We're glad to have you in the studio. And for you all,
too, Reba.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a hard bar.
I have no hand in that. My hands are clean. So yes, and it's really an honor for us to have you watching. Remember, subscribe, like, comment, share, and we'll be having him next time to share more he knows about your business. Thank you for having you.
Thank
Thank you
you
very
so
much.
much for
It's
coming.
an honor.
Yeah.